Hi, this is Jason with Violator Comics Collectibles coming at you with another toy review. This time we're taking a look at the Star Wars Revenge of the Sith Ultimate Villain Anakin Skywalker to Darth Vader. And this is a 12-inch figure from the Revenge of the Sith toy line. So the first thing we're going to do is take a closer look at the packaging. So take a look at the packaging. We have pretty much the the standardized Star Wars Revenge of the Sith packaging. So you got the nice Star Wars Revenge of the Sith logo. You got the yellow and orange tint to the Star Wars logo. Now this is the Ultimate Villain 12-inch Anakin Skywalker to Darth Vader. You can actually convert Anakin to Darth Vader. It's a really neat set. Some people say this was hard to find. When it came out, it was all over the place. So it's harder to find now, and it probably goes for about $80 when you buy it online. But I mean, you can still get it, and I mean, I've seen them as cheap as $40. And it's got a really nice picture of Anakin Skywalker, really nice picture of Darth Vader, and on the back, it's got a nice, actual movie pictures of Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader. Just lets you know Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, Ultimate Villain. Gives a little synopsis of Anakin Skywalker, and then it just shows you some of the other toys in the 12-inch figure line for the Revenge of the Sith, and it lets you know what it includes. So Anakin comes with the body, the Anakin head, the interchangeable hands, Anakin's tunic, belt, pants, sash, boots, and lightsaber. And Vader comes with Vader's head, Vader's armor, shoulder plates, headgear, undercloth, lightsaber, belt, cape, boots, and gloves. So it definitely comes with quite a bit of stuff, and very excited to get this guy opened up. So let's take a look. Alright, so taking a look at the Anakin figure first. So, really nice looking figure. The head sculpt is okay. It's a decent head sculpt. I wouldn't call it anything amazing, but I mean, definitely when this came out, I mean, it's a pretty decent looking Anakin face. Now, obviously, Sideshow and stuff have made much better versions of Anakin, but it's not too bad. One of the big complaints I have with this guy is the color schemes seem off. I mean, Anakin was like a dark brown everywhere, and it just seems like everything's black in this toy. Like, this is black, the pants are black. He was this brown, and this brown was a little bit darker than that, but he was a dark brown. He wasn't black. And then these brown boots stick out like a sore thumb. They're just not colored correctly. So I mean, color-wise, he's totally off. He comes with two different lightsabers. Obviously, the lightsaber for Darth Vader looks like the one for Darth Vader, at least for the most part. There's a little bit of color issues in some sections. This is the only one that can fit on the belt. There's a little, you can see a little key right there that attaches to this little hook on the belt. The actual Anakin Skywalker, Luke Skywalker lightsaber doesn't have that on it. And it's not like it's broken or missing. It's just they didn't put it on there. And this same thing. This is his traditional lightsaber. It's molded not very well. I mean, you can tell what it's supposed to be, but the color coding and stuff isn't very good. And this lightsaber, the blue, can actually come out. It does take quite a bit of pulling. As you move to the back, he's got, you know, like I said, the clothing and the detail in the clothing and the cloth is top notch. The sculpting in the hair looks really good. You know, the tunic and everything, the way it's done in the belt, molded really well. I mean, you get the belt pouches. It's just, when you look at his upper body, it just looks so good. And then when you zoom in at those ridiculously colored boots, I mean, these are just so off base from what they're supposed to be. And it's kind of disappointing. Now, he also comes with two different hands. He has the normal glove that he has right there. And this is black. It's supposed to be a dark brown from what I remember, like a really dark brown. Not too bad. And it's just, these things just pull off. And there's a little piece in there. And then his other hand is the mechanical hand. And you would just pop that in. My probably biggest complaint, other than the actual colors, his arms seem to be kind of stubby. It's just kind of funny looking. They don't seem to be long enough. There's really no way to really get like two-handed poses. You know, these dolls have pretty good articulation. I mean, their arms move, you know, at the elbow just a little bit. They spin here, at the wrist, and up here, you know, at the forearm area. So he's got pretty good range of motion. He's got kind of like a ball joint with a little bit of a turn. He can, you know, move up, forward, and back on the waist twist. His legs can move. He doesn't have any knees though, and then he can, I mean, just by kind of turning him, you can kind of move his feet. But his legs, it's pretty much like the articulation of a Barbie doll, except it's got some bends in the arm. Now, as this is an Anakin to Darth Vader set, where you can actually convert him, it actually comes with some pieces that you actually change on the doll. This is not a two-figure set. You only get one figure in this set, and you just would change the clothes out. So Anakin's tunic and all that stuff will come off. And basically, so you get this little clothing for Darth Vader. So this has got his jumpsuit. It's got his light pouch on it. It does not light up. This is his little inner cloak. This does come off. So when you can pull this off, it's just the way they package it. And you can see the Velcro here. He's also got his regular cape, which is a really fantastic material. It's got the chain here, and it's also got like a little Velcro thing where you can unvelcro it, so that way you can put it over his head if you already had the head on. He comes with some really nice boots. These are like a vinyl soft plastic. I mean, they're really cool, really sharp, really shiny looking. And then he's got his gloves, which are hard plastic. They don't really do much. I mean, they got one pose, but they look pretty nice. And then he's got his belt and his codpiece kind of connected to each other. He's got his collar, which same thing as a soft vinylish. You got his head, which is, you know, very well detailed. I think this thing is absolutely fantastic. And then he's got his helmet. His helmet actually comes in three pieces. So you actually get the collar plate, you get the headpiece, and you get the actual top plate. And these all connect together. So I mean, you have that three-piece helmet, which is really cool for this style, like 12-inch figure. But let's get them changed out. So this is obviously the best figure you're going to get in the package. The Darth Vader costume is absolutely fantastic. I mean, just, you know, the detail and the cloaking, his shirt and his pants, like that pleather look and the pleats in there, the plastic molded gloves, even though they're really hulking and almost, you know, unproportional, they still look amazing. The really nice, like, pleather looking boots, the codpiece, the belt, the chest box are just amazing. And how this looks, the armor part looks just fantastic, and the chain in his neck. And then he's got that three-piece mask, which is probably the star of the show for this figure. The biggest thing I had with this figure is he's rubber below the waist. So getting his clothing on, and especially the boots, sliding a rubber boot on a rubber surface was like pulling teeth, and it was very difficult. And I was actually going to show the change on camera, but it was very, very hard to even get the boots on. Now, one thing I did say earlier in the video that I was wrong on, once I got the clothing off from Anakin, there are knee articulation. Because the legs are rubber, I couldn't feel any kind of joints, but it's got that rubberized thing where you can bend the knees, and the articulation is very minimal. I can barely go back. So the lightsaber is really nice. It's not very color correct. It's shape correct, but it's not color correct. This tip should be black, but for some reason they decided to keep that off. But I mean, very, very minimal stuff as far as the negatives of this thing. And then my favorite part is the helmet. So you can obviously pull the helmet off. Now, it is a little bit difficult to get it off on the top part, but once you figure out, you pull from the sides, and you can see this is the regular face, and then we have the back part right here, so you can see the nice scars, and it's such a cool looking feature. And then same thing, this can come off as well and reveal the full Anakin face. I mean, it is just really, really nicely detailed. My only complaint is there's some black paint, and it looks kind of blacker than it probably should be, but it looks really neat. You can see the scarring and the detail. It's very, very cool. So final impressions of this figure, this Darth Vader figure is absolutely fantastic. For the price when this thing came out, I mean, it was somewhere around $20 to $30 for this kit, and you get the Anakin figure, which I think is cool, but the color is really, really off, and his face mold isn't as accurate as I probably would have liked. I mean, you can kind of see his face mold is kind of, it's good, it's just not as good as it can be. And then just weird things where, like, one lightsaber can be on the Anakin lightsaber with the blue blade cannot go on any of the belts. But the Darth Vader one can go on the Anakin belt, but it cannot go on the Darth Vader belt, which makes no sense. I don't know what they were thinking. The transition between the figures is extremely difficult, so just think about that. When you're buying this, you're probably buying it to leave it in one figure. Like I said, it is absolutely difficult to change, and I see with this pleather material, pulling this off on that rubber surface and having to, like, rip it pretty much off, it's very difficult. Like I said, I'm going to be displaying this guy in the Darth Vader costume easily in my display case, and this is the best 12-inch figure that I've ever seen from Hasbro or Kenner. Obviously, there's much better, like, 6-scale figures, but I mean, for the money, this is really nice. And it retails, you can find them like cheaply on eBay for about $40. That's probably the cheapest you're going to find it, and that might be open, all the way up to $80, $90, $100 brand new in package. But an amazing figure from Hasbro. It's my favorite 12-inch figure. This look of Darth Vader is phenomenal, and I can't say enough good things about this. And once again, this has been Jason with Violator Comics Collectibles. Any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and I'll see you guys next time.